Hello friends, this is a crankshaft and this is what I made with it. I posted this short and was asked to explain the process. So I will show you how I make a crankshaft and what you can do with it. So let's begin with a wire, some beads and a box. Okay, so first I made a pattern and let's begin with 3 moving parts. So I cut 3 wires and formed a loop at one end. Now the beads are not just fancy decoration, they have a purpose. Without them the wire would just fall over the edge. Now my very reason for wanting to learn how to make things move is my plague doctor project. Yes, we are making this whole outfit, including the crow, and I want the crow to move, but I really have no idea how. So therefore, I'm figuring out how to move the crow at the end. This is my first project. Little snakes moving, seemed easy enough. Alright, so the wire mechanism is shaped, formed a little bit awkwardly, but it will work. Put it in a box. Now crank on one side, of course, and the box, of course, can vary depending on your design. This crankshaft really is a beautiful little practical design. Depending on the depth of the loop you're making, the shaft does not only go up and down, it also goes back and forth if it doesn't get entangled too much. Now, this back and forth movement inspired me to make the striking snakes of the Medusa. But before I could put together the crankshaft here, I had to form the snakes on the wire first. I used Sculpey for that, super easy to work with. So the mechanism is in the head. There was a little bit tight. I had to squish it a bit, but it turned out okay. Now the wires, of course, need to be controlled. So I mostly did that with cardboard with the Medusa. As you can see, that works well. And I made a bigger hole so you have more, the snakes had more movement. So with the sample piece here, the hole is smaller. Now with the bird, I could not fit the cardboard, so I ended up using a wire, whatever works. And of course I made a lot of snakes, and the hard part was to prop the snakes up in the toaster so they stood up. I painted, of course, I added some black and wiped it off. And I also added some white on the face. So this is my experiment with the bird. It is a little bit, I don't know, it's not crude, but it's nothing fancy either. it is the beginning. This is the beginning of my adventure, how to make my crow move on the Plague Doctor. My friends, I appreciate you so much if you're still here. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. I almost have 2,000 subscribers. I'm so happy. That keeps me going because I was almost gonna give up. I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it another year and see what happens. So thank you so much for being here. This is Monica from Wicked Aviary signing off with my silly little bird. This is the beginning of the end. I don't know. Bye.